Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You are watching In Search of the Self, and on this episode I have Shakuntala Howaldar with us, and we are still talking about Krishna. Krishna, very young, he would steal butter, he would play the flute, he would still be very charming, he would still be so strong as a child, yet everybody still loved him.
Absolutely. I think you have to understand this.
But was that scary to some people?
Not really, because I think, Roshan, here you must go deeper into these stories. You know, some of these stories hide very beautiful truths. What is the makhan chor? Makhan chor means somebody who's stealing butter.
Yes.
What is butter? How you make butter?
It would take a lot of effort from the mother to do the butter.
Yes, not only the effort from the mother, you have to be churning.
Exactly, it's a lot of effort.
A lot of effort. And also, what is butter? Butter is the essence of milk.
Yes.
Butter is the best thing from milk. So when you look at Krishna's life, there are many layers, but the essence of Krishna, the butter part of Krishna, is the spiritual part of Krishna.
It signifies the equation between the mother and the child. So what is the mystery behind that?
Now, when I say the butter is actually the spiritual aspect of Krishna. And one day Krishna was sitting under the tree and eating mud like many children do. Poor Yashoda was fed up. She says, "Come here." And she was trying to clean the mud from his mouth. And he opened his mouth and she was shocked. She saw the whole universe.
Inside Krishna's mouth.
In Krishna's mouth. And she said, "Oh my God," she nearly fainted.
Yes,
and when Krishna realized that his mother could not take the spiritual part of understanding the son, he quietly played the fool and he acted as if he was just playing up. He reveals himself to his mother, but his mother cannot understand the spiritual part of Krishna. She wants him to be a simple physical child.
She was shocked that she has an enlightened son.
Enlightened son. So Krishna realizes that the mother cannot accept him as the enlightened being. So he also starts assuming the simple body-mind.
He plays the role of a human.
He plays the role of the human. So when you say makhan chor, there is a symbolic meaning behind the word makhan. Makhan means the spiritual part of Krishna. It's not only a story. There is something behind the story, which Yashoda sees. But Yashoda can't accept this butter part of Krishna.
And yet again, this is not to the physical level. It's spiritual. To the spiritual level.
Yes. So you see, you must see Krishna at many levels. Many people say, "Oh, he's a very romantic hero." Yes. But when he gets involved with the girls, he does not enter into any physicality. He is talking about drowning them.
Of course.
He is entering the level of spiritual love where all the women in the village all fall in love with him. And there is a beautiful picture I saw when I was a young girl growing up. I saw Krishna with 24 or more ladies.
Dancing around him?
No, but there was a Krishna for every girl. There was not one Krishna and 24 ladies. There was one Krishna for every girl.
What
there
does that
24 Krishnas.
What does that mean?
In that forest, meaning that the spiritual can be shared with everybody. When you love somebody spiritually,
of course.
If I love you spiritually, I can love Gulzar, who is my director. I can love the cameraman. I can love the sound recorders, everybody. But when I love you in a possessive, in a physical way, I become jealous, I become angry, and I cannot share you. So this is the secret meaning of the Ras Leela of Krishna, meaning he loved the opposite sex, but it was not in a physical way. He loved them and intoxicated them with spiritual love. And there was, every woman said, "Hey, I'm dancing with Krishna."
Krishna was born enlightened. So did he just come forward and say he was enlightened, or did he let people discover it?
I think, supposing he came and said, "I'm enlightened," let us say he did that to his poor mother.
Yeah, because he's done a lot of things. He's killed the ogress, he's lifted the mountain.
And he showed the whole universe.
He showed the whole universe in his mouth. He's done some absolutely amazing things.
Correct. But you see, the average human being, like you and me, we are body, we are mind, and we're full of doubts. Even if God came through the door and said, "Hello, I'm here, you would say,
Show me an ID.
No, show me your ID, and also have you gone to the new ID?
Yes.
So you see, we are doubting Thomases. We doubt everything. We doubt what we eat, we doubt what we drink, and we are living in a very false world also, Roshan. We must realize that everything around us is so false that we will doubt God as well. So this is something we must take into consideration.
So you reckon that if we trusted each other more, the world would be a better place?
100%. First of all, are you worthy of trust, Roshan? Are you worthy of trust? Can I trust you?
I think this is what we should all work towards.
But are you worthy of trust? And the question has to be answered.
By somebody else.
No, by you. Why somebody else? You have to answer. Why should somebody else answer for you?
I would be biased.
Why are you biased? Either you are honest or you're not. You should say, yes,
Yeah.
I am worthy of trust, but you have a doubt. You're not sure whether I should trust you. If you're worthy of trust, and if you reassure me that you're worthy of trust, I will trust you. But most of us doubt ourselves. Most of us are not worthy of trust. You can tell me, Mrs. Howaldar, keep this 5 million with you, but I will be greedy and I will be tempted and I may take out a couple of millions away. So when you come back, you say, what happened to my million? I will lie to you. So this is the world. The world is full of lies, full of robbery, full of cheating. So we have lost our capacity to trust. And you said something so beautiful. You must begin with trust. We must be trustworthy. I must be able to trust you.
Hey, if we don't trust one another, then there's no reason to be close to one another.
But we must be worthy of trust.
Of course, 100%.
Yeah.
Coming back to the Makkan Chor, the relationship between Krishna and his mom, how does that equation relate to us nowadays?
See, Yashoda, the mother, of course, had unconditional love for her son. But her son was a spiritual being. So her love also went a bit crazy because she realized that this person had so many facets like a diamond, you know, shining there. And she said, oh God, how do I understand this human being? So she was confused, as all mothers can be. But what was beautiful, Krishna reassured her again and again and again.
She trusted.
She trusted her understanding of Krishna. And that is very beautiful. As you say, when you trust, then you get everything in return.
Krishna, of course, grew up into
a young...
fine, super fine man.
He was a superman.
And eventually giving directions and guidance to everyone. He was known as a guru.
He was known as a guru. He was also known as Arjuna's friend and guru. He started as a friend.
Talking about Arjuna, I have to mention the Kurukshetra war. Before the great war in Mahabharata started, so Arjun was with Krishna, and Krishna was the charioteer, and Arjun was the warrior going into war. And Arjun did not want to fight this war because on the other side of the line were his uncles.
Uncles, gurus, brothers, cousins. Brothers.
What difference that Krishna make at that time?
The whole message of Krishna is revealed in a very, very beautiful book called the Bhagavad Gita. The person who translated this beautiful thing was Sanjaya, who was somebody of something of a visionary. He was able to see the battle from all angles and convey this to the blind king Dhritarashtra. So this is the base, the venue of the whole story.
Please tell us, why did the Kurukshetra war happen?
I would say the Kurukshetra happened because it was a question of dharma. Dharma means the duty of the king, the duty of the people around the king. I feel here it is clearly another Kamsa. Duryodhana was not a king in the proper sense of the word. He was dishonest.
He had a lot of ego.
Ego, dishonesty, he was very greedy, he was very jealous. He was a cousin of Arjun, but he refused to give the throne to Yudhishthira, though Yudhishthira was the person who should have got the throne.
But he was more or less the opposite of Yudhishthira and Arjun.
Yes, but this is the battle of dharma. Dharma means the battle of faith, the battle of duty, the cosmic law. And the whole law was tilting again. Evil and good was tilting.
So this is where Krishna
comes in
and explains
to Arjuna why he must go to war.
Because it's his duty.
It is his duty, and it is part of the law to protect those who need God.
How hard is it to go fight against your own guru? Growing up, a guru is a teacher who's taught you everything, and you go at war against him. How do you handle that?
Yeah, but again, this is a very beautiful thing in the Gita. You are not supposed to be emotional. Have you seen some of the karate and the martial arts? All the martial arts tell you, do not hate the opponent.
React.
Do not hate the opponent, do not react. In the Gita also they say don't react. Pavin emotionnel, parce que wena ou devoir.
Of course.
Faire ou devoir, comme un kshatriya, comme un warrior, à la guerre avec, contre tout ça mauvais là, against everything that is wrong. But while fighting, don't start crying, becoming sentimental, then you will be finished. Nishkama karma means do something without expecting the fruits.
We will be talking more about the Kurukshetra war and also the essence of the Bhagavad Gita, which was derived from this specific scene in the Mahabharata just before the war. So, ladies and gentlemen, tune in next time for the next episode.